My name is Marcelo Del Canto, and I work for SAMHSA, as you just heard. Having been a budget analyst, my job has been to ensure that all the grants and contracts that we fund that provide the vital services for people who suffer from mental illness and substance abuse disorders is funded. As a budget analyst, I did not have this in my budget to be furloughed. My wife is also a federal employee. She is also furloughed. This has a devastating impact, I don't need to tell you, to have both of us furloughed right now. The job that we do is very important, and there's millions of people that need our services that cannot receive those services today. I speak for myself and my colleagues when I tell you we need to get this work done, we need to get back to work, and we need to do it now. This has gone on long enough, and we need to get back to work and provide the services that these people need and depend on us to provide. Please end this and get us back to work.
My name is Amy Fritz, and I work for the National Weather Service as a meteorologist. As Senator Mikulski said, I have 2 master's degrees, one in meteorology and one in physical oceanography, so that I would be most qualified for this position. I build and develop the models that predict storm surge from events like Sandy that hit us last October and is still very much in the hearts of many of us. And yet, I'm not able to do my job. I'm furloughed. I can't go to work. So if something should happen during the rest of our hurricane season, I'm like the rest of the Americans, furloughed and unable to do their job. And right now, we're making critical improvements to those models, and we want to get back to work. My education didn't come free. I have student loan debts to the sound of $130,000. I've got to pay them back. I owe this money for this fine education. I chose it because I believe in our mission. We are here to save lives and protect property. And I am proud to be a civil servant for this nation. And I want to get back to work, like all of my colleagues who work for the Weather Service and are furloughed. In my facility, we had 8 babies born in the last 2 years. Imagine all those young families with both parents as federal employees, furloughed. So I speak for all of the National Weather Service. Let us get back to work. Let us do our job so we can serve you all.
I was asked to tell you how this furlough has affected me. Well, I've been furloughed, I've been laid off, I've been locked down, locked out. It all feels like pretty horrible. To live in this great country and to be treated this way is very discouraging when you've put your heart and soul into it for almost 40 years. I worked for the government for 40 years in January. I guess I'll have to deduct this time and move my anniversary date. I'm proud to be a federal worker. I'm proud of the work that I do. I'm proud of my coworkers. I'm proud of my bosses. And it just seems to me that there are a couple of levels that this affects me. I was going to buy a car last weekend. I didn't buy a car. Now, I can live without a new car. I feel sorry for the salesman. He was pretty disappointed when I said, sorry, I've just been furloughed. But I have colleagues who will have trouble paying their medical bills or who will have trouble supporting their families, like you've heard here. We don't deserve this. Like Senator Warner said, our competitors are global competitors. My agency funds the basic research that leads to innovation and economic growth and security for this country and for our national security. My agency has an incredibly important job to do. It has bipartisan support. It has since 1951 when it was founded. But why should we all be caught up in this? Why can't we keep our commitments? Scientific research requires long-term commitments. You don't tackle nanotechnology in a 12-month period and then turn it off and then at some future time turn it back on again. The damage that's being done to our research enterprise is unseen and it can't be calculated. We've heard all the numbers of people who in the different districts are out of work, and each one of those is an important number. But there are some things that you can't even put a number on. So any loss in innovation worldwide, well, we might not know it for 10 or 15 years, and we may never recover it. So we need to go back to work.
I am Steve Hopkins. I am an employee of the Environmental Protection Agency. I came to the district 10 years ago to work on a pesticide environmental stewardship program where we have the opportunity to protect human health, but also to improve lives of people at working with industry to reduce cost and do it right. My message is very, very simple. I came here to do a job that Congress mandated, that Congress asked me to do. All I want to do is be able to do my job. All my colleagues want to be able to do is to do the job you brought us here to do it well, and serve the American people the way we were brought here to do. I appreciate your support, and I hope we all get back to work soon. We are just now coming off a furlough of 6 days at EPA, and many of us are still reeling from that economic shock. On average, that was $2,500 or more apiece that supposedly went in to reduce the deficit. This comes up on top of that. And every time we turn around, we're being hit by some other uncertainty. After we have the uncertainty of the budget crunch, we're going to have a debt ceiling followed by something else, followed by something else. And that makes it very, very difficult to keep morale up, to keep people working, and to get the work done that the American people sent us here to do.